Hello, welcome to cooking very delicious meals with your good old buddy old pal Charles Entertainment Cheese. Today we will be cooking a meal with a very special guest today, and he is called Bucket. So, first ingredient that you will need is a lever from an old trap. And that will be used for like mashing stuff together. Second, you will need a spanner glued to the table. Seriously, I can't pick this up without it snapping back. I don't know what sort of dark magic shit is in play here. It's stuck there. Next, you will need a nice old lead pipe taken from your local candy factory. I don't know if like a candy factory will help with the taste at all, but you'd hope. This will just you put ingredients in there and they roll down into the bucket and hopefully give it some flavor. Next, you will need a frying pan. I took this from the local orphanage. So I guess there's gonna be hungry kids today. Don't really care. So first up, our first very useful ingredient will be some nice gasoline. So you're gonna wanna get your bucket and just pour all of the gasoline into the bucket, right? That'll create a nice oil base, I guess. I don't know how to cook. I'm not a qualified professional, but I do know that food is sometimes good. So if it's edible, you can eat it. That's the extent of my cooking knowledge. So, first thing we've got to do is somehow light the gasoline on fire. The best way that I know of doing this is using my handy dandy lightsaber. So, I guess I just put that in there, and it hopefully starts a fire. Next, for the ingredients. So, what you will need for today's recipe is an eyeball. This I took off a drunk man down at the pub. He didn't like my recipe, so I calmly dis-eyed him. And no one's gonna care. So that goes in there. Next, you will want another 2 eyeballs. Those are taken from any source that you can get them from, whether that be your local farm, take them from the cows, the pigs, chickens, even and just any eyeball will work. Next ingredient, we have an eyeball, yet again. So that goes in there. That's the other drunk man's eyeball. And a hot dog. This was made at my local hot dog trailer. I don't think that they're gonna like me using it for this, because they say their food is the best. I think it's pretty shit, but who cares? Anyway, that goes in. Next, I took this can of beer from a fridge. I don't know how long it's been in there. Probably about a month now. But expired beer can, that goes in. Next, we have a human skull, preferably from a toddler, but that doesn't really matter. A toddler just adds to the flavor, though. So, if you can source one from a toddler, get one from a toddler. If you can't, doesn't matter. It should taste the same anyway. So, for the final ingredient, well, final couple of ingredients, really, we have a nice melon. You gotta do a bit of, like, prep work for this beforehand, which just involves, is very simple, really, that. I guess those are glued to the table now, too. You know what? No melon. You don't need a melon, okay? You don't need melons at all in this recipe. Finally, for the final ingredient, we have a burger from your local McChickens. I got this hamburger for like £2. It's good, I guess. It's shit, but it's edible. So something that can go in there. And next we have this beer bottle I found on the side of an alley. I don't know what's in it. Probably diseased in some way. Probably holds all the diseases, Ebola, the Black Death, anything like that. That goes in there. Next, next you need to cook it. So get your handy dandy lever and just poke around in there a bit until that's all nice and mashed up. Next, you will need your handy dandy lead pipe. Just whack that around a just whack that around a bit. So once that's just whacked around a bit, there you go. You now have your almost cooked, your prepared ingredients. And next what you want to do is you want to take all of your ingredients out of the bucket. So you've got, as for me, I've got this handy dandy skull that's all mashed into somehow. I don't know how all this works. I'm not a cook, as I said. Anyway, that goes in the frying pan. And then you want to flip the skull. Just pretend that flips, okay? And then you get out your handy dandy grenade, and you oh shit. It's cooked now. So now we just wait for around 5 to 10 minutes for it to cook. Right, voila, we've had it cook for around, I cooked it personally for 8 hours because I fell asleep during the middle of this. So you can cook it for however much time you want, but this should be what your end product is, okay? So let's see how good this actually is. Absolutely delicious. I will be throwing this in the bin, and destroying the evidence. So the best way that I found of doing that is getting your handy dandy rocket gun and wrong button. Be sure to follow this recipe at home and subscribe for more amazing and tasty recipes that will be very healthy for you. You know what they say, a baby a day keeps the doctor away. Goodbye.